This video is part 1 of 2 of my foray into deep water soloing. Here's what we've got coming up.
It's definitely not as deep as we would like.
You know, if it goes wrong, you can drown, and people have drowned deep water soloing.
No way would I jump off that.
Yeah!
Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh, the water went up. I feel like the water went up my butt.
Oh no!
Yes! That's one of the most surreal things I've ever done in my life.
He doesn't look like he's maybe as good as what he says he is.
No, that's too big.
So I've always thought there are 3 levels of participation in like a hobby or an interest or a community. When you first get into the sport or hobby or whatever it is you're doing, you are a participant. You're in the mix, you're involved with the community, and that's tier 1, participation. Tier 2 of involvement is giving back to the community in some way. So you could be like a coach or an instructor, or even just inspiring other people to try out this thing that you like. That's tier 2. You're the fuel to the fire and you're really helping keep this niche alive. And then there's tier 3, the ultimate thing you can do in the community or interest that you have, and that is contribution. You have created something that wasn't there before. You've added to the community. Better yet, you've created something that people can use in some way. And for climbing, aside from opening a new climbing gym or developing a product or something like that, the ultimate thing you can contribute to the community is a new route or a new boulder. For my entire climbing career, that's all 2.5 years of it, I have been standing on the shoulders of giants. I've been climbing amazing routes and boulders that have been developed, bolted, scouted out, cleaned, documented by other people. And one of my wants in climbing, in fact it's more than that, it's a deep-rooted need, is to contribute to the community in some small way, in some way that is mine. And moreover, I would like to do this in Scotland, where I live, especially because Scotland has enough unclimbed routes and boulders to last 3 lifetimes. So that's what me and Cameraman James set out to do one spring day: find and develop something new. Here's what happened. Initially, we came to check out this boulder here, but it turned out to be crap. James just climbed it in his approach shoes with a backpack on and announced it was not worth bothering about. So, despondent from driving all this way for nothing, we had a look around, and what do you know? There was a pristine face with lots of potential lines just waiting to be climbed. There was only one issue with that.
We had a scout at the river and it looks deep enough to actually solo it and fall and for it to be safe. So James has just announced that he's just going to take his trousers off,
Give it a go.
and on-site it and just go for it. What do you how tall do you reckon it is?
4 meters? What do you call it?
It's at least 5 meters, so ignore him. It's pretty big. The water looks good though. It's a little bit fast flowing for my liking, but looks deep. Looks like it's into like an eddy, yeah?
Yeah, an eddy.
Yeah. It would be cool to climb something that no one has ever climbed before, and in such a beautiful location. So we're going to go for it. Well, James is going to go for it. I'm going to film from here.
What he's doing right now is actually traversing to the start of the climb, because we don't have a rope to add in. So there's a little bit of tricky climbing to get to where he wants to start. Well done, James. Could have told me he was going to do that.
Okay, James completely cruised that. I think I'm going to go for it. I'm a little bit nervous,
I think that's the line there, somewhere. I'll go down and have a wee sketch then. That's sort of the crux, and that's the fall. It's not too bad. I think you can see it's really deep down there. Beautiful location.
I reckon it is also V1, maybe even V0, but like it's very easy, but it's so much more exciting because there's just that little bit of jeopardy. You have to kind of think about your fall a little bit more, and it's kind of high. It's not actually as high as I thought it was, but it's high enough. And the water below you, you can't hear the guy across the river because the roar of the White Rapids and it's just such an epic like spot. It's just a brilliant spot. Like, I'm definitely going to do more short deep water solos. Brilliant.
So I am still continuing with my cup of tea protocol, which is hangboarding every time I make a cup of tea. So I don't know how long I've been doing this for. It's quite a while now. It's well over a month, but I think that it's actually working. However, last time I was bouldering with a friend, I suggested that I change my grip to a 3-finger drag to get more reach. And when I tried it, I realized my drag, my open hand, is really, really, really weak. When I went home and tried to train it, I was horrified to learn that I actually can't even hang with my weight at all in open grip 3-finger drag. Yeah, I can't actually get my feet off the ground. That is some lost potential right there. If I could actually have a 3-finger drag that was almost as strong as my half crimp, I would have like an extra 2 inches reach that way. That would be brilliant. So that's what I've been doing lately. I've been working open hand grip whilst the kettle boils, and I'm just having my feet on the ground and just trying to put like some stress in the open hand position. And like the last protocol I had, whilst the kettle boils, I warm up, whilst the tea brews, try to get a couple of harder sets in and do that 3 times a day. And it's really, I think it's working. As always, I'm hangboarding on my Frictitious Megalith. Frictitious are long-term supporters of the show. They've been great. If you want to order a Frictitious hangboard and doorway mount, they'll give you 20% off if you buy them in the same order. That's a fantastic deal. Once again, the star of the show is the doorway mount, which can be removed and installed in under 30 seconds with no tools, and it leaves absolutely no marks on your door. It comes flat packed, and assembly from the flat pack only requires 1 single screwdriver, and it takes about 5 minutes. It's really, really easy. Frictitious make a range of different hangboards, and you can tell them which one you want fitted to that. You can also fit your own hangboard to the doorway mount if you so choose. My favourite is the Megalith because it's got everything I absolutely need, but they make other hangboards as well. So yeah, once again, if you order the doorway mount and Frictitious hangboard in one order, you get 20% off the entire order. Thanks very much to Frictitious for supporting the show for such a long time. Let's get back to the video.
And so we thought, what is there further downstream? Are there any more boulders? Let's explore.
Alright, James just found this prow. He's tested it with the stick. He's deemed it is deep enough to solo it.
It's hard, mate. It's hard. It's tricky. Oh, it's got potential though. It has such potential.
You think it's got potential?
Yeah. It's hard. It's not easy.
No? It looks amazing.
I'm like, no.
Anyhow, I'll see you tomorrow, James.
Yeah.
I hate abseil.
We're at the top of the boulder problem right now. The river is down below me, and we've set up an anchor. So we've got a tree here, we got a tree there, we've got a static line running down. into this setup here. James is somewhere over there. So this will give you an idea of the height of the top out of the boulder. So it's not nothing. There's James there. We've got a little rope protector here as it goes over the edge, although we could do with probably a couple more. What's happening now is James is cleaning, brushing all the holds, because they are actually, some of them are jugs, but they're super slippy, like worse than no-tex holds in the gym. They have like some sort of layer on them that I think's from the river, so we need to brush that off for it to be climbable, otherwise it would be insanely difficult. So we've been doing that for like 2 hours now and we're not even close to being finished. To prevent us swinging over there, we have backed up or redirected the anchor with 2 bomber Wild Country cams. Actually, that placement is not bomber. It's a kind of flaring crack, but it's just a redirect. So I think this one, that one is good, or good enough. This one I wouldn't back. This is definitely not a how-to video. Don't follow my instruction.
We spent the day brushing the route on a rope and working out what the moves actually were. It seemed like the top was very easy, likely French boulder 5+, but at the bottom the moves were really hard. In fact, neither me nor James could figure out the beta.
Wow, hard moves.
Hard moves.
Swapping the feet's hard, eh?
You see the idea? Oh.
Never having top rope soloed before, I didn't know what to do if you couldn't climb back up.
Yeah. This is good content. Oh yes, that's perfect. Yeah! Mr. Pull-Up. This is the funniest thing I've ever watched.
This shit. This is so hard, dude.
You think? Mike, I think you're gassed because you've just tried to tug up that rope 400 times. I think you're I think it's not that bad. Yeah. I think you're psyched out by the pulling.
It's a bit late in the day for me to try to solo it now. But James has got his kit off and he's keen. So he's going to have a punt at it. Brushing has made a huge difference. It's way better than it was. But it is still very soapy and slippy. I wish him all the best. The water here is cold. There's a tiny smidgen of concern about the depth of the water at one part. But I think it should be okay. 99% sure it's okay.
There it is.
Right, we're on. Come on, James. Yes. That's it. That's it.
Fucking hell. Oh my god, the beer's so hard. Oh, fuck's sake. The fin. They're so hard. I hate this. I used to be good at this.
goggles didn't work at all. Ah, that's so cold, James. Ah! I'm flashing that. I don't care what anyone says. Ah!
Such a wuss. It's definitely not as deep as we would like. Ideally, we would just like it 20 meters deep, and then we could just jump in wherever we want. But there is actually, it's not just like a flat bottom, there's like boulders about. So I'm just gonna have a feel where they are, try and note in my head where they are and if it's likely that I would fall on them. So yeah, it's not ideal. It's more like shallow water soloing, which is kind of not what we want, but I think that if you fall low, that depth, 1.5 meters, 2 meters is fine. If you fall high, you want more than that. But I think when you're higher, you're more likely to be further around. So I think it just goes, yeah, just. But the line is so good that I can't not give it a go, you know? It's like it was set by a route setter. It just flows so perfectly, and it's so random that the first line we picked just works. And it's not like it has like a horrible crux section and the rest is all easy. It's like sustained difficulty in a boulder. It's just perfect, perfect. We have to give it a go. We have to. The hard bit, the bit that I might drop is at the bottom, and that's safe to fall. And the bit that I probably won't drop is at the top, where it's not safe to fall. But I think I'm confident in my climbing that I'm not going to do that. But I think I'm going to be okay. I really, 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 really want to do this. I don't know why. Like, this is the most psyched I've ever been for climbing, and I don't even like bouldering that much. I'm a sport climber.
No bother!
That was amazing! Oh man! Wow, wow, wow. In my entire life, I've never been so calm and focused and in the zone than that. That was like the ultimate flow state. Hell, that was something else. That was like a transcendental experience. I felt like a robot in outer space was controlling my body to just do perfect movements. I was so confident and like certain of what I was doing. That was incredible. That was one of the most surreal things I've ever done in my life. I've just seen a trout jump. How wonderful. The only thing I want more than that feeling is for James to do it, because it would be really special if we both got it. I think it'd be really cool. It kind of reminds me of the Dawn Wall, you know, when they're both on it and one guy's done it and then the other guy needs to do it. It's not fair to just one guy do it. So James, let's get you on it. How do you feel about it after seeing me?
So psyched. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
The moves look great. It feels so learnable. Like watching you work it was good. It looked very achievable. So hopefully we'll get it done.
I have 100% faith in you. And James has brought 3 sets of clothes.
So I got
pairs
some
of shoes.
I'm ready to go. I've got some goes in me.
Psych, man.
Yes, James! Yes!
Oh, that was flipping awesome, mate! Oh my god! Oh, that was awesome! Oh my god! So glad I got that. And so it was like all the practice just took over, and like you didn't have the choice to think about the fear I was feeling before it. Yeah, it was awesome. So chuffed with that. So glad. What are we gonna call it, Mike? You've got a name in mind? What?
I think it's called like Virgin.
You like a virgin? That's actually such a good name. Like a virgin. What grade? 6B plus. Yeah. Yeah, it felt so good. Yes. That was so good.
In part 2, after getting a taste for deep water soloing, we catch a flight to Mallorca, the deep water soloing capital of the world, to spend time with one of the best, Hazel Finley.
You know, if it goes wrong, you can drown, and people have drowned deep water soloing.
No way would I jump off that.
Yeah! No, that's too big.
Tune in next week to see how I got on.